Okay, so we have a Hello World app, sort of, but I think it might be nice if our Hello World app actually showed something when you ran the simulator. That's my opinion. Right now, this is looking a little cluttered with the output down here and all this on the right. So in the top right up here, we have a couple options that will control how much of the interface we currently see, and we can always bring them back, but we can go ahead and get rid of the bottom, and go ahead and get rid of the right, and that's a little bit more user-friendly, I think. Kind of a quick and easy way to make the iPhone app show something like Hello World would actually be, instead of going into the code here, is actually go into the main storyboard. Once again, just a single click. Now this size is a little funky because it's not just for iPhone or just for iPad. And even then, there's not just one iPhone or one iPad, there's multiple sizes. Even though we chose to only develop for iPhone, even with iPhone alone, there's different sizes between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5 and the Plus model. Now we had just closed this over here, but actually we need that back. And we don't need that, so just clean up my interface a little bit, get rid of stuff that I don't need to see. So there's some stuff here that we haven't talked about, right? The big one is down here, at least the big one for right now, is down here, and show the object library, because we're going to add an object to our controller. So you can scroll through here and you can see different options that you can add to the view controller, and as you add stuff to the view controller, it will be added to what the user can see, controls the view. What we're looking for is actually label, but if you can't find it, but you know the name of it, that's okay, because right beneath it you have a search, and as long as you remember the name of it, you can find it. Of course, if you can't remember the name, you can go hunting. So I'm just going to add a label here. So we've got our label, and those little blue lines help show me that it's centered. I don't want my label to say label, that's not very exciting. I want it to say hello world, because that's what we've been doing. Alright, so let's recenter it, because as I added more it made the box bigger, but it didn't recenter it for me. So now we have hello world, and yeah. I can double click it to change it if I want. Now what I can also do is, if I go up here, this lets me see the properties of my label, and I can do stuff like changing the color, which right now I'm set on, oh there we go, there other colors are. I can change whether it's plain or attributed, which I don't want to discuss right now. We can go in here and change the fonts to either the basic system font or a system italic, or we can also do like custom and decide on our own fonts. These should all be the fonts that you have installed on your computer, so your list may differ from mine. And of course you can increase the size, and you can make it bold or regular or whatever styles that that font has into it. Now notice as I made it bigger, it's not fitting within the box anymore. The box is not resizing as I'm making these changes. I also have alignments here, so I can center it if I want, and that will help a little bit with trying to recenter this in the middle of my view controller. And there's a few other things down here too. You don't necessarily need them, but I would say that you should try them out and see what happens. Worst case scenario, you irritate Xcode and you have to close it and reopen it. But what you can learn from experimenting is worth that chance. Now let's go ahead and get rid of that for right now. And so if we actually want to see this on our simulation, then once again we can go up here and click play, and we can make sure that it looks decent the way that we'd expect. So we have the name of the app popping up, just like we have down here my company information. And there we have Hello World, and it's way off to the right. Not quite centered the way that I expected. But that just kind of shows you that just because it looks centered here doesn't mean it's going to look centered on your simulation. So it's important that you try the simulation. And you can see down here the output still from when we created the print line in the previous video.